Hey guys, Ron here, and over the last few months, I released 2 videos where I randomly generated a bunch of attributes like a type combo and environment, and the 4 Poketubers that I invited had to figure out how to design a Pokemon based on these traits. Once they handed in their designs, I redrew their Fakemon in the official Pokemon art style, and even threw in my own design into the mix. And the guests had to vote for their favorite without knowing which design was whose. You guys absolutely loved the last 2, so here is part 3 with 4 new guests. Let's see if the winner is one of their Fakemon or the secret one I made. Make sure to leave a like if you want to see a part 4, and subscribe to know when that comes out. But before we begin, I do want to mention how I got to actually meet a bunch of the Poketubers that I've collaborated over the years when I made a trip over to England for Ace Trainer Liam's wedding. And that trip couldn't have been possible without today's sponsor, Saily. Saily is an eSIM app that lets you choose from a bunch of affordable eSIM plans in an ever-growing amount of destinations and regions. So you can have fast and reliable internet wherever you go for cheaper than I've ever spent in any previous trips of mine without the worry of incurring roaming fees. Just use the QR code on screen and download the Saily app and use my code TrueGreen7 so you can have that great experience I just had. As soon as I landed in England, I didn't have to worry about, finding internet access, so I just immediately called my boys to pick me up. I was able to watch Game Boy Luke while he drove me around England. I was having a blast taking artistic pictures and instantly sending them to my friends and family back home. I mean, look at these. Why wouldn't I want to post them online the second I took them? Even during my walks in remote villages with Lorekeeper Toby, I was constantly checking maps online to find our way. I mean, I was supposed to take in all the sights, but I was a bit distracted with the constant access to the internet. And I didn't have to worry about running out of data, because in like 30 seconds I could add more. Saily is also without a doubt easier to download and use than having to physically go to the store and buy a plan from my service provider. You just download and choose a data plan for the country you're going to, go to in a few easy steps. And simply activate the eSIM whenever you're going on your trip. And applying my coupon code TrueGreen7 will get you an additional 15% off discount, on top of the already amazing prices that Saily offers. So make sure to go to saily.com/TrueGreen7 or use my code on screen if you're ready to never look for Wi-Fi on your trips ever again. They will even give you a full refund if for some reason your device isn't eSIM compatible, so you can try it as soon as possible without worrying. Now let's say hi to those Poketubers.
Hey Ron, how you doing? I'm nervous. I've never done anything like this before, and I am a terrible artist.
Hi, my name's Tavi. I normally do like 3D modeling work and stuff like that. 2D drawing, like artistry, like paper, pen stuff, I am terrible at.
Hopefully today I can channel my inner Ken Sugimori.
Hello, Ron.
Ron, thank you for inviting me on today. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to see what we're doing today.
All right, environment. An abandoned city, 1,000 or 100 years old.
Personality, gentle and curious.
When I think abandoned city in the future, I think of like some post-apocalyptic world, and gentle and curious reminds me of that.
The type is Psychic Ice.
You could be a psychic and ice type. You could be a psychic and ice type. This fits you.
Maybe the abandoned city is like frozen over or something.
Also, the psychic type is interesting. Maybe it uses its psychic capabilities to navigate this broken down ruin.
It seems like its speed and attack is quite high.
Yeah, this is a Pokemon that you'd get like early game or something like that. Something that's like potentially already fully evolved.
It is more like a run-of-the-mill Pokemon. It's your Shiftry. It's your Cacturn. It's another grass dark type that for some reason I keep naming. Oh, its ability is Justified.
Introduced in Generation 5, when a Pokemon with Justified is hit by a dark type damaging move, its attack is increased by 1 stage.
I don't really know how you can translate an ability to a Pokemon's design. There's definitely ways. Dauntless Shield, Zamazenta, Pat, you stupid idiot.
Okay, 1 second. I'm actually gonna do something to illustrate these colors real quick.
Oh, that's a pretty color palette. I really like that.
So I have these filaments here, and I'm trying to remember what these filaments have been used for. The colors definitely invoke Psychic and Ice.
The first thing that comes to my mind is like a little mouse.
It's not particularly good in terms of special attacks, so maybe it actually does have bigger paws, because it has higher attack stats, so maybe it uses those big paws to slap folk around. Maybe it has like a big forehead for those nice Zen headbutts.
So a current trend in Japan right now is a lot of the more rural areas are kind of being abandoned and aged out, while the remaining like younger population in Japan kind of like conglomerates towards the cities because that's where most of the opportunities are. And because of that, there's both Haikyo, which are like abandoned buildings specifically. A lot of urban explorers go through there. And there's also Akia, which is just an entire town that's been basically abandoned or ghosted, essentially.
This is tough, Ron. I don't know what to do with this.
The curiosity could definitely come from like the urban exploring kind of aspect.
I like the idea of like a frostbitten rat. So yeah, I'll go with that.
The raccoon dogs, also known as like tanukis, also kind of come over and inhabit like a lot of these abandoned Japanese cities.
Definitely gonna be a tough one to combine high attack with gentle and curious.
You know what? I feel like I'm just gonna end up making it my dog or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna probably make it Nanook.
I'm gonna have to look up kind of like some mythological tanuki designs, and I cannot wait to see what I can put together. And well, more so, I can't wait to see how Ron fixes my design. Please don't make fun of my drawing too much. It's my first time drawing on this thing. Here is Shamitan. The jade hat I thought was really cool. Typically, it's more of like this straw hat look to it. I also like how it's already collected a trinket. This is a Magatama. So I think it works with the lore of this wandering Tanuki character that's going to these old ancient villages and finding these pendants and these things that contain spiritual power.
Okay. Oh, okay. Tanuki. I mean, it's not like he came up with the color scheme, but I do love this color scheme, not gonna lie. This one has a concept, so I can easily just translate it into just Pokemon art style, but I'm definitely gonna have to change the proportions, and it seems like it has a jade hat. I can't make a whole aspect of it rock type, since it's a psychic ice type, so I may just change the hat to, you know, ice. Well, I'll leave the beads, the Magatama, I'll leave that as rock. Also, the stick is gonna have to change into ice as well, just so there's more ice here. The patterns also just seem like generic Tanuki patterns. Maybe we'll change the shapes a little bit to make it more cohesive with the rest of the design. This is a really good basis.
Okay, so for my Pokemon that I made, his name is Frodent, and he is a frozen rat Pokemon. He's frozen, his feet are frozen, he is from a freezing environment. Frodent is stuck in this freezing abandoned city, trapped under a psychic spell. It can't leave the city despite its freezing temperatures, and you know, I feel like rat Pokemon, they can seem a little lame, so I wanted to make a cool little rat guy.
Alright, way more simple. Still has a concept. I like those ice boots and the ice tail. Definitely very minimal. Like there's literally no pattern, no shapes in like 50% of the design. So I'm gonna have to introduce some patterns, some variation in the colors too. Add more swirl patterns around. So it's not just a pink rat with an ice tail. But the main thing that I'm gonna have to change is that these proportions are very much that of a weak, you know, Pokemon that will evolve, while the stats that we gave this Pokemon are that of like a lot of fully evolved Pokemon have those stats. So I'm gonna have to make it look more evolved, basically. It could stay the same size, but it's gonna have to look a little bit bigger. But it's obviously very cute. Hopefully I don't ruin the cuteness.
So my Pokemon was called Snoper, and it was kind of like a ghosty design in a way. It had like the little kind of flicky tail. It didn't really have legs. It kind of floats off the ground. I called it Snoper because snow and snooping, I feel like it went well. The inquisitive, curious nature of the Pokemon, and it is the Pokemon that would go around abandoned, icy towns and cities and try and guide travelers, because it is a gentle Pokemon, of course. It is trying to help and guide people that may have gotten lost.
Ooh, even more minimal. Okay. It's basically just an outline. He didn't even use some of the colors. Gonna have to make it look more like a cloak. I like the floating paws. And again, we have to integrate the amulet a little bit more. It does look like a ghost type. Hopefully my final product doesn't look like one. It probably will still be floating, and in a cloak it'll look like a ghost type. A big trend I've seen in this series is that when you don't have a lot of experience with like making Fakemon designs, sometimes the design that you gave the Pokemon overlaps with a completely different type. Like even, for example, in this, Patterrz says that there's some dark energy in this Pokemon, but like it's not a dark type, you know? But it is very cute, and this may make it for a really good Pokemon because it's cute and cool, and those are some of the best Pokemon.
So let me introduce you to Frostcoon, the psychic and ice frozen trash panda Pokemon. I don't know why. I just feel like raccoons being able to like forage in garbage and stuff like that would be able to survive in an abandoned city in the future. Using its psychic prowess, it can find edible trash within a 50-kilometer radius. Like that dude uses its psychic powers specifically to find garbage to eat. Now, if that isn't raccoon behavior, I don't know what is.
Oh, we kind of have two raccoons. I mean, this is an actual raccoon. We had a raccoon dog before, a Tanuki. These are very similar. I think this is the first time we had very similar animals. I guess so. I'm gonna have to make sure they don't look anything like each other. They're both gonna be bipedal, I guess, which is gonna be a problem. But I think since the Tanuki was a little bit more rotund, this one's gonna be more slender, faster. The only problem is that this just looks like a raccoon with different colors. Like it looks just like I don't really see a different concept. I'm gonna have to add to that concept. And the number one change that I think I'm gonna make, instead of just having, you know, raccoon mask patterns, I'm gonna give it a mask made of like psychic energy, kind of like what Hisuian Braviary has on its head, just so it's not a raccoon that is green, you know. But overall, technically the best drawing of the 4. As for my design, I think I've decided that I'm gonna make a monk that meditates on top of the buildings that are abandoned, and it makes these frozen astral projection fists that it uses to fight with. But it's like, you know, a peaceful, maybe a monkey that balances on its tail. It's mostly based on the Guanyin Bodhisattva, basically a figure in Buddhism. It's a motif that you see in a lot of anime that I've specifically watched, like Hunter x Hunter and Naruto. Hopefully mine isn't too out there compared to these relatively grounded Fakemon here.
Pokemon number 1.
Wait, hold up. This Pokemon looks almost exactly like my Pokemon. Wait a minute, hold up, that's so good.
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Oh. Mine's the first one I get to react to.
Oh my god, I love him. I love that he's just walking.
Oh, Shamaton looks so legit.
Like a shaman. Oh, that is gorgeous.
Wow. I love what you did with this, Ron.
I can just imagine with this physical attack stat, it just takes that thing and just like wallops people up the side of the head.
I love how everything is like redesigned from like a pattern perspective to like really reflect the Magatama. That was an incredible touch. Even on the feet.
This is the kind of character I would love to see in like a Spyro game. I don't know, I feel like it would fit really well.
The hat redesign, incredible.
It's got a gorgeous, shiny design. It's just a bit shorter than a person would be. This looks like a guide. This looks like someone that like pops around the corner like, hey, hello? You doing all right? Need any help?
Shamaton dons a hat made of ice and travels to abandoned snowy villages in hopes of finding spiritual relics.
Like the Magatama on their frozen stick.
Oh, is Magatama like the little frozen beads and stuff like that that is on a stick? That's so cute. I love that.
These relics enhance their psychic abilities.
This is a little guy. These are my favorite type of guys, are little guys.
This looks like the kind of thing that you'd see on a gym leader's team. Like maybe like an early on gym leader's team, or like the 4th or 5th gym leader in an icy town.
Dude, it's so spiritual now.
Okay, Pokemon number 2.
All right, here we go. Oh my god, there's Frodent!
Oh, it's so cute. Look, I am a big fan of rats, and that shiny pallet's amazing.
Frodent! Oh, this is really cute. I love rats, so this makes me really, really happy. I just want to say, it's very small.
He's just a fast, tiny little guy.
I mean, it definitely goes for the city vibe being a rat.
They went full pinky tone with this whole entire rat. I love it.
More pink than I think I'm going to expect from the other ones.
I love the shiny. Oh my god.
I love like the dizzy eyes.
That speaks psychic to me. Like it doesn't actually see with like normal looking eyeballs and whatnot. It sees its surroundings using its psychic prowess.
I'm always so amazed at the artwork. Ron kills it every time. It looks amazing.
Kind of reminds me of a lot of the Chapter 2 enemies from Deltarune.
Oh, it looks so great. I love the frozen tail. I love it so much.
My nose looks like that whenever I go out into like snowy environments too, so buddy, please bundle up.
A once great city has been abandoned after a curse befell it, trapping the inhabitants under a psychic spell.
Frodent used their frozen tails to swipe at looters before scampering away.
Interesting. So wait, is this like a vigilante rat, you know, using its tail to make sure that people aren't acting up and stealing food and whatnot?
Oh man, it's gonna be hard to pick a best or like a favorite.
Oh, he looks amazing.
Pokemon number 3.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so freaking cute. How's it actually pronounced? Snowpert.
Oh, there it is. So cute.
This one is awesome. Oh my god.
Wow, look at this thing. It looks like a snowy mage.
This one reminds me of Thousand Year Door.
Kind of like straight up out of like a Final Fantasy game. That's really cool.
That's so adorable. Oh my god.
I love the little cloak it's got going. Oh, it's shiny. Looks incredible. Oh my god.
I love that shiny palette so much. Black and gold.
I vibe with those shiny colors more than I think even the original.
I mean, this might just be the wrong glazing session. He's not gonna put that in the video.
I love the little like gemstone eyes, and on its little belly, it's giving Sableye. I love that so much.
I was actually, okay, the amulet that is supposed to like contain its dark energy. I mean, I'm sure it will say later on, but it was inspired by the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I was thinking about that a lot, and I was like, you know what, an amulet that holds dark energy would be a really, really cool concept, I think. Anyway, let's have a look at the information.
It quietly snoops around an abandoned frozen city, searching for travelers to watch. It sometimes provides aid to the lost.
A mysterious energy from Snooper's amulet enhances its power during battle.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
But I do have to say, I think that Shamatan and Snooper would get along really well. I bet they would definitely meet each other in the wild from time to time.
Oh my god, I love it so much. Okay, Pokemon number 4, here we go.
What is happening here?
Oh my god, it's like a little monkey guy. Look at this guy.
Hail-Lucid. Oh, like Hail-Lucid. Oh, is it kind of like a psychedelic kind of Pokemon? Let's see.
Oh, and the freaking ghost fist that it has, that's awesome.
Oh my god, I didn't even see the little frozen fists.
This is pretty fantastic. I mean,
The shiny form is giving off Simipour vibes, if that makes sense.
Oh my god, I love the blue.
How we use the original PAL with like the red face, the red hands, the red feet, and then like the blue on the body and the torso, that's really cleverly done. I like that a lot. I like that a ton.
I love how it kind of has this mountainous design with all like the icicles, but the icicles aren't just limited to like the ears and the arms, but also even its like chin beard.
But I can't get over the Dan to Dan hands. It's so good. Yeah.
How Lucid balance on their frozen tails while meditating atop abandoned buildings.
Wait, it's balancing?
They curiously greet travelers.
but will conjure fists made of ice crystals to pummel trespassers who disrespect its holy grounds. Wow.
That seems a bit extreme, no?
Oh, I like the kind of like, I could be friendly sometimes, I could be your enemy other times, based on your vibes.
I feel like that's such a clever workaround on taking an ice psychic type and making its physical attack stat better.
God, I wish I could see these being like used in battles.
I feel like if this creature met Shamatan, it would be a natural like rival, because Shamatan is trying to collect all these ancient artifacts, and I feel like Halucid would be trying to defend the villages from Pokemon.
Last but not least, Pokemon number 5.
Oh my god, look at this guy.
That's so freaking adorable! Oh my god, Ron!
Frostcoon! Okay, so we got another like raccoon Tanuki-ish character.
Frostcoon. Oh, I love its mask.
You know what? The mask kind of reminds me of like the joint design between Sly Cooper and Joker from Persona 5.
It's very sick, but you can also see it's kind of like ethereal and wispy because of the psychic type nature of it as well.
You smashed this! This is everything I wanted to see and more! That's so good! The little wispy wisps around the goggle, the mask part, the purple hands also translated onto the feet too. It's so good!
A little bit more of like a physical attacker I'm getting from like the claws and the feet and everything.
I know I'm being a little bit over the top, but this is my baby and it's good.
I do love the tail. The tail is a very cool design, which is great because everything has to be very wispy.
The shiny is incredible.
Over centuries of glacial freeze, Frostcoon have grown to adapt to their frozen home.
When hungry, it uses its psychic powers to find trash buried under the snow. Let's go.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I no notes.
Okay, which one is my favorite of the ones I did not design?
Now I have to pick a favorite?
I don't know. All of them are so clever.
Who would I pick as my favorite though?
Halucid, I think that this was probably the most clever implementation of it being a psychic and ice type, while also using a very strong physical attack stat for it.
I do like Halucid a lot, but I think kind of like a buzzer beater here, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Frostcoon. Frostcoon, I think, just squeaked it out.
I think Shamiton is probably my favorite.
Honestly, I don't know. This might be me being a bit strange and out there with it, but I love Frodent. I think Frodent's really cute. I'm a big fan of rats.
Frodent definitely speaks physical to me because like it likes to swipe its tail at everybody.
You know, we don't think about the animals. Maybe when you leave a city, you take your cat with you, your dog with you, but the rats are gonna have to stay there, unfortunately.
Okay, I might be biased here, but I think my favorite might have to be Shamiton, just because it's so similar to the little Frostcoon that I made. Yell at me if you want to, but whoever designed this, we're on the same wavelength, all right? We're soulmates.
I love that he's looking for spiritual relics. I love that a lot, and that the relics enhance their psychic ability.
In the end, that means that Shamitan is the winner. It really is a good balance of all that makes for a good Pokemon. It's clearly friendly, powerful, and has a lot of lore. And I personally do really love how I redesigned it to look more cohesive. But here's the best part of the series, the segment where the Poketubers see the original designs compared to the redesigns.
Oh, this is really cute.
These are so fun to see.
BigRig, yo, you and me, dude. You and me, BigRig.
I'm sorry, the first thing I saw was the chunky rat from Party Arlie.
Oh my god, my Frodent looks insane compared to everybody else.
Arlie's is cute. I love how Ron took Arlie's design and just like enhanced the details of it.
I think slimming down the design was a good idea, but what I do like about the Party Arlie design is the little shiv it has on its tail. Like, I'ma cut you with my tail. I'm a little rat. Yeah.
My guy looks crazy. He's so round.
Oh, like that means that the monkey was Ron's design. Okay, I get that.
Next we have Patterrz with it's a simple and to the point design, Patterrz.
Pat, what's going on there, buddy? Just speak to me. Was this speed drawing?
I feel bad. What I handed into Ron, we had to work with was not much.
I think the Patterrz original drawing is pretty fantastic.
Wait, so Ron took like the idea of like the little crystal that was a part of its chest and like redesigned it to be a part of the eyes?
I love how the disconnected orbs were translated and expanded upon in the redesign.
You really had to work hard with Pat's design, didn't you?
I'm sorry, Patterrz, I love you, but I can't not laugh at it. I love you, Patterrz, but I can't.
Pat, you're an amazing human being. This is such a funny design.
It's you know what? We'll hang that one up on the fridge, Patterrz. Don't you worry about it.
Tavi is really talented at drawing.
Tavi, wow. Are you an actual artist? This is crazy.
Wow, Tavi's drawing is so good.
I really like my design though. Ron did such a spectacular job with it.
Honestly, I there wasn't much change from the design from the original. I loved like how the mask kind of like comes out.
I feel like I'm a kid at Christmas right now taking a look at all these. This is fantastic.
Could be best friends with Shamitan. I think they'd be besties.
It is so cool to see how different they all are.
Thanks for having me on. I learned a lot about character design. I learned a lot about keeping things homogenous in terms of like design direction.
I genuinely hope that BigRig's design ends up winning it.
They look so cool. I'm staring at them. I'm gonna stare at them forever. Okay, I gotta stop the recording. Thank you for having me. This was so fun. I love how incredible they all look.
That was so cool. Everyone did such a good job, and I love what everyone was able to come up with. I think it was all very, very great.
Thank you, Ron, so much for having me be a part of this. I loved every step of the process, and you did such a good job with Frostgoon. I'm over the moon.
Thank you for letting Frodent become a reality.
This whole process makes me want to try to design another one in the future. We'll see.
I am so glad how into the designs you were this episode. I hope the audience loved it and want to see a part 4. And make sure to check out the previous 2 episodes if you haven't. Leave a like and subscribe to know when the next part could possibly come out. And make sure to check out the description and head to the channels of all these wonderful Poketubers. Down there is also the link to the sponsor, all the music I used for this episode, and my social media like Twitter and Blue Sky. And if you're feeling generous, my Patreon and the join button to become a member on YouTube to get cool rewards like seeing all my videos early. I'll see you guys very soon.